the plan still to play Diaz at all three outfield spots, and how's he looking so far?
Yeah, I'm planning on playing him in 3 spots in the outfield, and he's doing a good job. He's in there today, and he's going to get a lot of at-bats this spring and get a lot of innings defensively.
Dan Connolly, you're up.
My question is actually for Mioli. No,
Yeah, perfect.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to make too much of your lineup on the very first day, Brandon. I apologize
Please
for
don't.
you doing that. But Rylan Bannon starting at third base. I mean, you just want to get a look at him early?
Yeah, I'm going to be rotating guys around. You can't play. There's specific guidelines you have to do for a lineup, and I'm not playing guys every. I'll be playing a lot of these guys every other day. So like Santander won't play tomorrow. Sevy won't play. CD, Trey, Cedric. So I have to have some guys that are on our everyday list on road games too. So it's you'll see a mix and match here, especially with the first couple weeks.
Rich, you can go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, we're used to seeing in spring training, like the first day, maybe 60, 65 people crammed into that dugout. What are the rules? What are the protocols about what you're doing with guys, with guys in the dugout, number of people in the bullpen and so forth?
Yeah, so it's a lot different this year than that. Only game players are going to be in the dugout. So only pitchers that are going to pitch that day or potentially pitch that day will be in the bullpen. So you're not going to see the overflow of the numbers in the dugout like in years past. So we're going to have limited coaches in the dugout as well as limited players in the dugout, just to keep to stay spaced out and to stay to follow the protocols. But so if you're a non-game player, you're not staying for the game.
John Mioli, go ahead.
Brandon, is there anyone who's going to get a late start in participating in games due to any injuries, physical things that have come up?
Oh, Alex Wells will. Alex Wells, he's got a little bit of an oblique, so he's going to be pushed back.
He had something like that around this time last year, right? Was it the same thing?
It sounds like it's similar.
Stan, you can go ahead.
Brandon, apologies for a little bit of a heavy question this morning, but ultimately you're going to be judged by wins and losses. But do you have in your mind's eye a less quantitative thing about how much tougher you want your team to be beat on? And I know you're trying to win every day, but how much tougher you become for the opposition to beat?
I thought you weren't going to go heavy this morning, Stan.
And I apologize for that.
Yeah, you prefaced it with an apology.
Yeah.
No, I think we've made strides, in this is now our 3rd year, and I thought we got better last year from the year before in a lot of areas. I thought our players improved, and I'm looking to have that happen again this year. We need our players that we have here to get better. And our job as coaches is to develop these players. And it's not the easiest thing at the major league level, as well as playing the schedule that we have. But playing the schedule that we play, it does make, for me, it's the ultimate competition in really evaluating who you have and the players that you have on your roster. And I think that I want to win as much as anybody else. I go into a game trying to win that game is that's the competitive part, and it really hurts to lose. But I feel like we did improve last year. I felt like we did get more competitive. I think that our pitching, especially, improved and kept us in games more, gave us a chance to win. But we're starting to get a little bit younger too. So we're doing a lot of teaching. I think we're getting more talented and we're getting a little bit more athletic, but we're pretty young, and we have a lot of growing to do still. And our job is to try to get these guys better as quick as we possibly can.
Brock, you can go ahead.
Brandon, fans are blowing up my Twitter timeline because Cedric Mullins' name is written in left-handed hitter ink instead of switch hitter ink. Does that mean he's hitting just from the left side, or is that the wrong color ink?
Fans are very perceptive. And that is true. Cedric's going to be a left-handed hitter. It's a hot tidbit for you, John. You should have seen your face when I said that. It was like, yeah, no, he wants to focus on his left-handed side of the plate.
Joe Trezza, you're up.
Brandon, just following up on Wells, just real quick, do you know what side, by any chance, he's dealing with the oblique? And is this something that he came to camp with, or had he thrown already and then felt something?
Let me check. Doesn't say. Slight oblique strain, and it's progressing. So he did come into camp with it. It sounds like that it's been improving, and right now he just needs to rehab it.
Steve Molesky, you're up.
Brandon, can you give a sense of some of the rotation candidates early on? Can they go 2 innings? Is it just 1, 2, 3 as you build them up? And when you get to the end, where do you hope some of them will be?
Well, we're like today, Eshelman's just going to go 1, but he's going to finish up and throw more after. So we're only playing 8 innings today. I know I said 9, but it got cut short. So now we're playing 8. With some of these games that we're going to be playing 7, if starters don't go as many pitches as we would like, we'll finish up in the bullpen to continue to ramp them up. But I think you'd see at the end of camp, all guys in the 5-6 range, their last time out.
Rich, you can go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, we were talking to Bruce Zimmerman earlier. With guys like Zimmerman and Jorge Lopez, who's starting tomorrow, and Eshelman and a couple of others, are you looking to have a long man in the bullpen? Is that a prerequisite for you, somebody who could go more than 2 innings?
Yeah, I think, and like I said, you'll see a lot of those bullpen guys, especially the guys we had last year. Also, they're going to go 2+ toward the end of spring training. Like to see some of those guys be able to go 3 innings if possible, and then we'll kind of see how our numbers are and where we are. We feel like should be on the club, and as well as our rotation. We have a lot of candidates. We have a lot of different ideas on how to form that pitching staff once we break camp. But yeah, I think the ideal situation is to have as many guys be able to throw as many innings as possible.
Couple more questions. Dan Connolly, go ahead.
Yeah, Brandon, 2 quick cleanup questions. As far as Trey, I'm kind of curious how many at-bats you want to see him get today. And also with Cedric, is that the not doing switch hitting, is that going to be a thing for the entire spring, or is it just kind of the start? What's your overall thought on that?
He's committing to being just a left-handed hitter right now. Yep. And then with Trey, probably two at-bats and see how he feels, but probably get him out of there at that point.
Last question, Joe Trezza.
Yeah, Brandon, just about Cedric again. Was this something that you guys came to him with, or was it something that he came into camp with an idea of his own after the offseason?
Yeah, it's something we've talked about for a few years since I've been here. It's something that he actually brought up to us in our first spring training here, and it's something that he came to us about, that he was really wanted to just commit to one side of the plate, and that was his left-handed side. And so we're going to back him and support him with it. And it's obviously the side that he's a lot more comfortable hitting, and he's had more success in the big leagues swinging the bat left-handed. So he's done a lot of work against left-handed. He did some work against left-handed pitchers this offseason. I'm going to try to get him as many looks against left-handed pitching as I can, whether backfields or during games.